A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic turn of events, John Bolton, the former national security advisor to President Donald Trump, has pleaded not guilty to multiple charges related to the mishandling of classified information. The 76-year-old Bolton made his initial court appearance on Friday in federal court in Maryland, just one day after being indicted by a grand jury. This indictment marks him as the latest figure in a series of legal challenges facing Trump's adversaries. Bolton is charged with 18 counts, including possession and retention of classified materials, raising serious concerns about national security. The allegations assert that Bolton emailed sensitive information to family members and kept top-secret documents at his residence in Maryland. In a courtroom filled with anticipation, Bolton's plea echoed through the chambers as he was released from custody following his appearance before the judge. This case is unfolding against a backdrop of growing scrutiny over the Justice Department's use of its law enforcement powers, with critics alleging that the current administration is targeting political opponents. Bolton has been vocal about his belief that the charges stem from his outspoken criticism of Trump, framing the indictment as part of a broader effort to intimidate dissenters. However, it is important to note that the investigation into Bolton began under the Biden administration, suggesting a more conventional approach to indictment compared to other high-profile cases against Trump critics. The charges against Bolton are particularly serious, as they involve the alleged sharing of over 1,000 pages of notes containing sensitive information gleaned from meetings with government officials and foreign leaders. Authorities claim that some of this information was compromised when operatives believed to be linked to the Iranian government hacked Bolton's email account. The Justice Department alleges that Bolton stored highly classified intelligence regarding foreign adversaries' plans to attack U.S. forces overseas, as well as covert actions taken by the U.S. government. Attorney General Pam Bondi emphasized the principle of accountability, stating, "There is one tier of justice for all Americans. Anyone who abuses a position of power and jeopardizes our national security will be held accountable. No one is above the law." Bolton's extensive career in Republican foreign policy circles has been marked by his hawkish views, particularly during his tenure in Trump's administration, which ended in his firing in 2019. Following his departure, Bolton published a book that was highly critical of Trump, further complicating his relationship with the former president. The indictment against Bolton is notably detailed, surpassing earlier cases against figures like former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James, which had been filed by a hastily appointed U.S. attorney. In Bolton's case, the indictment was signed by career national security prosecutors, suggesting a more methodical approach to the charges. Bolton's legal team has argued that the underlying facts of the case were resolved years ago and that the charges stem from his personal diaries, shared only with immediate family. They contend that the information was unclassified and known to the FBI as far back as 2021. The legal landscape surrounding the mishandling of classified information has been complex, with past investigations yielding varied outcomes based on the intent and circumstances of the officials involved. For instance, Trump faced charges not only for hoarding classified documents, but also for obstructing efforts to retrieve them. In contrast, President Biden was found to have willfully retained classified documents, but was not charged, partly due to concerns about his public perception. The case against Bolton bears similarities to the prosecution of former CIA Director David Petraeus, who admitted to sharing classified information and received probation after a plea agreement. As Bolton navigates this legal battle, the implications of his case reverberate through the political landscape, raising questions about the intersection of law and politics in contemporary America. Bolton's arraignment comes at a time when tensions between Trump and his critics are palpable, as the former president continues to assert that his opponents are guilty of various offenses while calling for their prosecution. In a recent social media post, Trump expressed frustration over what he perceives as a lack of accountability for those he considers his political rivals. While Bolton was not directly named in the post, the sentiment reflects the broader climate of animosity between Trump and those who have challenged his administration. Bolton's legal troubles are emblematic of the contentious political environment, where legal proceedings are increasingly viewed through the lens of partisan conflict. As the case progresses, all eyes will be on the courtroom, where the outcome could have significant ramifications not only for Bolton, but also for the ongoing narrative surrounding Trump's presidency and the accountability of public officials. The unfolding drama promises to keep political observers and the public alike on the edge of their seats as this high-stakes legal battle continues to develop. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.